The difference between setting spray and finishing spray is that finishing spray brings your makeup together and make it into one layer. It doesn't increase the longevity of your makeup, but setting spray is the one that increases the longevity of your makeup. Why the seal it spray?
There was once a day that I would pray for you. I'd go and misbehave just so you'd notice too.
Hello, my loves. You're welcome back to my channel. And today we're going to be talking about something really important. And I know most of you have been waiting for this video, even though you will not say, a lot of people are saying it, and some of you are not saying it, but I know you've been waiting for this video. Yes, it's the ember season, and you know what the ember season means for makeup artists, especially December. This is one season where makeup artists get to do most of the jobs, brides that get married, and a lot of it. There are so much activities in December, and makeup artists will be up and doing, especially for brides. And here I am. I'm here to bring you guys my bridal makeup essentials. Not just mine, but bridal makeup essentials. I know, interesting. This is going to be a very interesting topic because apart from doing the wedding guest makeup, doing the birthday glam, bridal makeup is something different. Some makeup artists are not bridal makeup artists because doing a bride's makeup is a different ball game altogether. So, you want to do your bride's makeup in such a way that it will stand the test of time. And your techniques, your essentials, everything, your products, everything matters a lot. During the bridal makeup is one time that makeup artist brings out all her good products. Not like just for the bride. Yeah, for wedding guests too. But when you are working on the bride, you are always intentional. Yes, I am always intentional when I'm working on every of my clients, but working on a bride is different. It's different. So here am I. I'm going to show you guys the bridal makeup essentials. So we have the skin prep, we have the primer. Like for the skin prep, under skin prep, we have the primer, no, I have the moisturizer, we have the serum, we have the hydrating spray, we have foundation, we have a lot of things. So, but I'm not just going to say that with my mouth. I want to show you because I want to prepare you for your brides. I want you to slay because you are subscribed to my channel. So I want you to slay. I want it to be different. Being subscribed to Judy's channel should make you different. You're not just here by chance, so you should be different. Yes. So let's begin, and we're going to begin with skin prep. Okay, let's get into it. So to begin, I usually use my rose water toner. This is to tone and to cleanse, like two in one. And I do that because the toner does the cleaning and does the toning. So why go into the skin with multiple products? So that is the first step I do. Then next, for prepping your bright skin, it's your skin prep is really, really essential and important because she's going to be everywhere and you don't want to have a situation whereby her makeup is breaking, her makeup is whatever, but you just want it to be intact. So make sure, because your skin prep is the base for your foundation to stay on, while your foundation is the base for every other makeup to stay on. So I spray the skin using my green tea hydrating spray because I want the skin moist, healthy, alive for every other product to stay on. Because you need a makeup that will stand the test of time. You need a situation whereby once your bride get her picture in the next 10 years, she's still looking intact. You don't want that situation whereby in 5 years, 10 years, she's already looking outdated. No. So it's essential to prep accordingly. So after this, what I use to hydrate for more hydration, guys, my advanced nail mucin. This for more hydration. This is what I use on the skin after the spray. This is going to hydrate the skin, making it alive, making it fresh and glowy. So next, after hydrating the skin, I let this absorb properly into the skin. I don't use like the hydrating mask. It just doesn't work for me. I tried it once and I didn't just enjoy it. So this works perfectly well for me. And not too much skin prep can ruin your makeup. So you don't want to go and start over prepping and over prepping, over hydrating and over hydrating. Too much skin prep and too much moisturizer can ruin your makeup. So next we are going into the moisturizer. Most of the time when I'm moisturizing my bright skin, I like going into the skin with a water-based moisturizer. That's like a moisturizer that doesn't have an oil in it because sometimes they don't even know their skin type. Yeah, some of them don't know their skin type. But even though you should still ask, hey ma'am, what's your skin type? So you know how to prep. But most of them don't know their skin type. But I love going into it with an oil-based, sorry, a water-based moisturizer because I want to play safe. And my go-to for this is the Olay Complete Lightweight. This is for normal to oil skin and it has like SPF 15, also doubles as an SPF. So this is normal to oil skin. So that means it doesn't have like a lot of oil in it, if it even has like oil at all in it. So if you have like a bride and I don't even sometimes when they don't know their skin type, when you once you feel the skin, you can tell what category it falls under. So when they have like a dry skin, I see that okay, this client has looks like she has like a dry skin or a normal skin kind of. I use my hydrating moisturizer from Omari Code. This does the job perfectly well for me. And just know that whatever you're doing should come with a little, like it should use like a little quantity. A little goes a long way, like a very long way, like less is more, that's the word. After that, the next thing I usually do is use my Power Seal. This is a sweat and oil control tonic from Miss Metty. I usually use like the Marion Skin Prep, but this does the job for me perfectly. So I just like kept the Marion Skin Prep somewhere. This Power Seal works perfectly well for your brides or any other of your clients. This controls oil and also controls sweat for a while. Know that nothing can stop sweat, nothing can stop oil. But this controls it for you. I also use it for other of my clients just to play safe. But for my brides, I don't miss it. This is really, really important. You apply it on the T-zone using a cotton pad or using a brush. And once you do this, you leave it on the skin, let it dry properly before laying into another product. Then after this, I go into the skin with my primer. And the primer I use my Real London primer, but I missed something, guys. Before I use my Power Seal, this is my Embryolisse moisturizer stroke primer. This doubles as a moisturizer and a primer. So most of the time, I use this and this on the skin, little quantity and under the eyes before going into it my Embryolisse moisturizer stroke primer. You can't just use only Embryolisse on the skin because you can't apply this directly under the eyes unless you're using an eye cream because you're not going to leave under the eyes without a product on it. So unless you're using an eye cream, use an eye cream under the eyes and use your Embryolisse moisturizer stroke primer all over the skin. So if you're not using an eye cream, use this under the eyes or all over the skin, but little quantity. Emphasize on little quantity before you go into Embryolisse. That's how I do my bride's makeup. Then next is the Power Seal that I just explained to you. Then after the Power Seal, the next thing I do is I use a primer on the skin. This is the Rimmel London Stay Matte Primer. I use this on my brides. If I have a bride that have like an oil skin, a dry skin, a normal skin, I use this because this is one amazing primer that is mattifying and it doesn't like strip your skin of its moisture. It still leaves your skin looking moisturized and this can work all over the skin. But to play safe, because this person is a bride and this person is definitely going to be everywhere, they're going to call her here, she's going to be stressed and everywhere. There is no two ways about it. You can't even walk around it. So you need a mattifying primer on the T-zone. This is the Becca mattifying primer, just very little quantity. Tiny, like for the tiniest quantity, guys. Very little quantity because this goes a very long way. If you apply so much of this on the skin, it's going to crack your foundation. And this should be applied only on the T-zone. The T, oh, sure, sorry about that. The T-zone is this area, and the chin. And you can also apply on the sides of the nose, this part, because it tends to get oily and sweaty on that area. Then next, after doing this, I still let it absorb into the skin. I don't go into the skin immediately with product. That's why bridal makeup takes time. I let it absorb. I let each step absorb into the skin. If I leave the my clients, like a wedding guest, a party guest, or a birthday client, to for like 2 minutes to absorb into the skin. I let the bride's makeup on the skin. What am I saying? But I give each step on the bride 3 to 4 minutes or even 5 minutes to absorb into the skin. And next is the foundation. And this is an interesting part because you don't want to miss the undertone. You don't want to miss the shade. You want to shade match properly. So you should learn your color wheels. You should learn undertone and know how to identify the undertone when you see a client. But if you're still struggling with undertone, what I advise you is once you get a foundation, test it on this part of the face, like close to the neck, and see which one matches the skin better. So for foundation, I'm going to be recommending a few foundation I really love for my brides. I use them all the time, and sometimes I don't even use them individually. I mix everything. When I'm doing foundation, I call it cooking, as I call it, because I cook. I just like mix different foundation to get the shade and the undertone of what I want. I have a few I want to recommend. So I'm going to be starting from my favorite, which is the NARS foundation. This, I love it. I love the coverage. I love how lightweight it is on the skin. And I also have my new Huda Beauty foundation. I usually like mix these both together. I love mixing these two foundations together. And while we are talking about foundation, I have the makeup seal from Haggai and Esther. This makeup seal, I just drop like a drop of it into my foundation. This makes the foundation waterproof. Amazing, right? So when I'm doing my bride's makeup, I'm really intentional. So you too should be intentional when you're doing your bride's makeup. I just drop like a single drop. You don't want so much. A little goes a long way, guys. A little always goes a long way. So don't just pack it so much. Just a drop works best for you. Back to our foundation. I love mixing these both together. This is mattifying, like really mattifying. You can also use on a dry skin, depends on your skin prep. Everything depends on what works for you. But I use this mostly on an oily skin. I can use this on an oil skin and also on a dry skin. If I want to use on an oily skin, I usually mix it with my Melanin foundation, the two-in-one conceal and perfect. And I have another foundation I love so much, the Beauty by AD foundation. This is in the shade number 9. My favorite shade is number 9, number 8, number 6, and number 15. Those are my favorite shades. I have other shades, but I love the shades I just mentioned. So this foundation, nice. It can be used both on an oil skin and on a dry skin. And this, my Nuban Beauty foundation, you guys already know that I'm a very great fan of Nuban Beauty. A big fan, Nuban Beauty, I will stand, and I Pakistan. They have lots of amazing products. All their products are amazing. And I love their foundation so much because it's lightweight. I know that this is a foundation that you can build up. It's a buildable coverage foundation. It's not like a full coverage foundation. It can be used both on an oil skin and on a dry skin. But when I'm using this on a bright, I mix this and my Huda Beauty, or I mix it with my NARS, but most of the time I mix it with my Huda Beauty, and I love it so much. So these other two foundations, this is the Maybelline Superstay full coverage. It says 24 hours foundation, and this is the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop foundation. Guys, great foundations you can use on a bride. These ones are drugstores, really affordable. This is a Nigerian brand, and this is a Nigerian brand. Our Nigerian brands are killing it, no doubt. So this is a drugstore, this is a Nigerian brand, and these are luxury brands. And next, we're going to move into concealers. I have a couple of concealers I use. Okay, I've been using this particular brand for a while. This is the Nuban Beauty in my skin liquid concealer. This is Younger Beauty Smooth Mask. This is Elegel Pro, and this is Zaron liquid concealers. I've been using these concealers for a while, and they are great. I love them so much. And I got the Kelvin Akoi concealer recently, and I've been hooked. I've been hooked. They say better thing na money kill am abi. I know. Good thing needs money. This is a luxury brand, and I got it. I tried, and I was like, why have I been sleeping on this? And I realized, Judith, you've been sleeping on this because you didn't have money. And now I got the concealer. I love it so much. I used it only it and I really loved it. And I mixed it with my Nuban Beauty. Amazing. I mixed it with my LA Girl. Amazing. These concealers, they are just so great for you, for your brides. And this also, if you can afford this, by all means, get it, please. But if you can't, these also do the job for you. Moving on to the next, we're going to be talking about setting powders and translucent powders. This Merac cosmetic, I don't consider this a translucent powder. I don't know for any other person, but for me, I don't consider this a translucent powder. And this is the Laura Mercier translucent powder. This. So what I usually do is I love mixing the both. I love setting in layers. Does that make sense? If you've been watching my videos, you see that I set in layers. I love setting in layers. Set the pearl powder first, then do this and this. So this for me is a setting powder, and this for me is a translucent powder. It just works for me. But I always use my L'Oreal Mercier translucent powder on my brides. Always, always, always. I don't miss it. I don't. So moving on to the next, let's talk about pressed powders. I use loose powders sometimes, yeah, to set all over the face, but most of the time I use my pressed powders. I have a couple of pressed powders I use for my brides, and let's start. This is, I have the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter pressed powder that I use on my brides. I have the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish. I have my MAC Studio Fix. This. I have my MAC Studio Fix. It just depends. I have my mineral powder. And I also have my Nuban Beauty mineral finishing powder. And guys, I'll tell you for free that if you cannot afford this, because this is quite pricey, if you cannot afford this, then by all means, please get this. This is a great dupe. And soon here in Nigeria, people will even stop using MAC Mineral Finish because we have a great dupe and really affordable for it. So these are just a few powders I love using on my brides because powders are really, really important. I usually use like Lady V pressed powder, like the palette on my brides, but I stopped using it. Not like it's not nice, it's nice, but I just said, let me just upgrade a little bit, you know. I don't consider this a little bit though, but I just like, let me just upgrade. And I've been loving it. So if you cannot afford these powders, mean this is this is a great dupe for this. So if you cannot afford the MAC Studio Fix, you should get the Melanin Mineral Powder. Let's talk about blushes and highlighters. And guys, this is what I use. My favorite, Tequila Cosmetic. This is what I use. And that's it. This is a cream blush and these highlighters. I don't like very shouty highlighters. I don't like it. I have like a loose highlighter from Inglot. You know, Inglot highlighters are always popping. But personally, I don't like shouty highlighters. I love soft highlighters. If you look at the skin, you see the glow, but it's not too dramatic. It's just soft, classy, simple, posh, and such things stands the test of time. By the time people stop doing shouty highlighters, what happens to the makeup you did 2 years ago? Do you get it? So that's just it. Nothing much. And for my powder blush, I have this blush palette. I have different shades of blushes. This is what I use. Nothing much. I'm not a dramatic makeup artist. I love my things really, really simple but classy, luxurious. So that's just it. So, guys, let's talk about sprays. Very important topic. You know, sprays are one very important thing when it comes to makeup. It's a very important aspect, especially for your finishing. You don't just use any kind of spray on the skin, especially when you use working on the bride. And also, we have the setting spray, we have the finishing spray, we have the hydrating spray, we have the sealing spray, guys. So you need to know and identify a different kind of spray before you decide and choose which one works perfectly for the step of makeup you are on. So you don't just use any spray. Don't use silly spray when you're supposed to use a finishing spray or when you're supposed to use a setting spray. So let's talk about the different kind of sprays, guys. So let's start with my favorite hydrating spray. This is a hydrating spray. It's called a setting spray. But guys, I don't consider this a setting spray. I consider this a finishing spray. The difference between setting spray and finishing spray is that finishing spray brings your makeup together and make it into one layer. It doesn't increase the longevity of your makeup, but setting spray is the one that increases the longevity of your makeup. While the sealant spray is the one that holds your makeup together and makes it waterproof and sweat proof. So this for me is a finishing spray. I use this as a finishing spray. And also my Nuban Beauty. This also I consider this a finishing spray. And for my setting spray, this my Milani Make It Last. This will increase the longevity of your makeup. This is a setting spray. And I have my Morph Setting Mist. This doesn't increase the longevity of your makeup, guys. This is a setting mist that brings your makeup together, make it into one layer, erase the powdery effect, and your makeup will look like your skin. And now this is the silly spray. This spray is very important, guys, when you're working on a bride, because this is one spray that is going to make your bride's makeup sweat proof, waterproof, and transfer proof. So even if they mistakenly pour water on her face, you know that you're safe. If they touch her face, you know that you are safe. And when people start touching her face, hey, and try to kiss her and the rest of the, oh, congratulations, congratulations, put money on her face, take these gifts and the rest of it. You know that your makeup is intact and your makeup is safe. So guys, these are the bridal makeup essentials I want to show you guys today. We have the eyeshadow that you can walk around, brows you can walk around, eye primer you can walk around, different kind of highlighters. But this I just showed you are really essential for bridal makeup, and these are the things that are going to help your makeup to stand the test of time. And also your application matters a lot. That is why you need to register for my upcoming online masterclass, which I'm going to be teaching one casual look and one bridal look, and the differences between casual look and bridal look. I'm also going to be teaching you guys product awareness, your products, how to use them, how to identify them, how to choose your products properly, lighting setup, and many more. So don't miss this class. So guys, at this we've come to the end of this video. Please let me know if this video is helpful to you, and if it is, please share this video with your friend and anyone who you think might find this video helpful. It's not good to hoard knowledge. It's very, very wrong. And guys, I missed something really, really important in this video. Let me just show you before I round up. This the illuminating spray, the spray I'm currently obsessed with, the Nia Beauty illuminating spray. This can also work for you as a finishing spray as well. But don't use this as a finishing spray because the amount of spray you need on the skin as a finishing spray, if you use this, you're going to have so much glow on the skin. So this is just like a glow spray after the makeup, before the still spray, just spray it on your client or your bright skin and the glow will just be there. And guys, this is the end of this video. Please give this video a very big thumbs up and remember to share, because sharing is caring. It's not good to hold knowledge. It's really, really, really wrong. And I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.